40th Annual Glass Art Society Conference and celebration. It is a rare and beautiful thing to be in the presence of a master. It is even more of an honor to be able to work with one. There is at once a humility and humanity present in one who has attained mastery, and also a kind of spiritual power which spills beyond the physical boundaries of the person and seems to have the ability to inspire and imbue the people around them with a kind of belief in themselves, a belief that we too can accomplish something great and difficult. When one is in the presence of a master, it doesn't matter where their mastery lies, be it art, science, athletics, or as in the case of this master, arts administration. It has been a great honor and privilege to know and work with Alice Rooney, a woman for whom I have great respect and love. And Gass is doubly blessed to have her not only as an ally, but as our director. It is my distinguished pleasure to present to Alice Rooney our special award of appreciation and recognition and love.
Thank you.
And to continue our program now, I would like to welcome Fritz Reisbach, who will make some trenchant opening remarks.
But the reason that this room is packed tonight is that a little over 25 years ago, William J., or Bill to all of us, Bill Brown, helped a few glass artists to put together a time to talk, a place to talk, blow glass, exchange ideas, formulas, tools and tricks, following in the footsteps of the Ensika people for clay or the Snag people for the goldsmiths. And we wanted it to be an annual event to exchange information and to renew friendships. And that was the beginning of GAS. So it's appropriate that GAS 25 is here in North Carolina. And I want to dedicate this great weekend gathering to Bill Brown, our friend and our supporter. This one's for you, Al. Here's Bill's axiom. Don't forget, dummies, the mind can only absorb... No, I blew it. The mind can absorb no more than the fanny can endure.
Everyone at the first GAS conference had a fire in the belly, and that fire was glass. And I think it's safe to say that all of us had some sort of a love affair with glass. And we all knew how little we did know and how much there was to learn. And that's what brought us together. What we wanted to do was just learn what the possibilities were. We had no idea. And we had no idea about this either. If we had thought, we might have done something different, I know. Sometime back in our lives, we all personally made our own kind of commitment to what we thought glass was, what we believed it to be. There's 900 of us, or so they tell me here now, instead of 10 or so, and welcoming you all is it's a little different than, wondering if maybe 9 or 10, maybe 11 guys come, staggering up the mountain, full of an eagerness to share and to give and to exchange. But I know well, hell, if you paid $200 to come to this thing, you made it a business.
It gives me great pleasure to present the Honorary Lifetime Membership Award to Jack Schmidt.
I was in a room with Mark Pfizer and Billy Bernstein and Fritz the summer of 1969. And we talked about doing this, and I was pretty new to all this. But I think the thing about that afternoon that I remember most is that it was like the first time that I think I really experienced being around people that I considered true visionaries and saw something really important and things that would lead us on into some very significant events. And I feel really privileged to have been a part of that. And this organization has been a very important part of my life. And one other thing, I won't stay out here too long. You can take a look at the list that I'm being added to. There's some pretty impressive names on it, and I'm really very honored to be included on that. So, thank you very much.
It gives me great pleasure to present this award to Erwin Eisch in the spirit of friendship that epitomizes Erwin and this organization.
You know, I made a speech in Coburg. I got a prize there in Coburg in Germany, and so I was told to make a speech. And then I was very prepared to speak in German, which is much easier for me, and then I was starting to speak and to talk and to talk. And after a while, these people left, and this people left, and those people left. Finally, I was almost alone in this, and I was still talking. And then I told to me, you never can do things like this again. That's why I stopped. And I thank all of you very much. You took so long when you were.
These are pages. And I wrote these and many more. I only took the ones that made any sense. And I'm trying to do that. So some really neat things happening in education. A lot of them are happening here in North Carolina. There's an ABC kind of thing that I've been going to the Goals 2000 thing in Washington that the NEA is kind of helping try to get public schools to endorse the arts as one of the major subjects that would happen every day along with math, science, and so on. And it's still voluntary, but we really need, as an organization, in SECA, this one, the Craft Council, we really need to use our influence, but we ought to individually kind of go in the pro bono education business and offer our energies to art teachers and so on. In some ways, I desperately wish I'd kept my cards at this point to talk, because I'm not sure at all how I can make it end. And all of a piece. That's amazing. Time for me to stop. But I just found how to end this.
I know that if I go a little long on this, the pretty girls come out and dance with me, so I'm feeling pretty good about it, really. I ended up living in the general neighborhood where Bill Brown was, and we got to know each other a little bit. And I kept saying, I'd like to come over and just sit around and talk to you sometime about things. And he says, meaning of life? Yes, that'd be fine. He said, okay. He said, now, I'll call you sometime, and we'll do that. So one day Bill called, and I went over, and it was just after a big flood had happened, and there were all these big stumps and snags and things to get out of the creek and uncover the road. So, so we kind of divided things up there. I moved the stumps and snags. He sat on the bridge and talked about the meaning of life. One of the best days I ever spent in my life.
face that they show in public, and then also the face that they have in private, and how we sometimes wear masks. At some point in our lives, hopefully we reach a point where we can remove that mask and be who we really are underneath that. So there's a lot of different things that were going on here, but it was really dealing with the duality that we all have in our lives.
Of course, you can interpret it other ways as well.
What you're looking at here is a women's exhibit, and it's the mythology and experiences of women in class. Primarily, it's a celebration and a tribute to women. It's a piece of Audrey Handler's work. She was the first woman to teach at Penland. I guess you could say she's the seed and really paved the way for women in glass.
Don't go out of this room, man. It's not perfect, but
That's too easy.
Platter by Lino Tagliapietra. Perhaps some of you were at the demo when this was being made. I don't have to say anything about Lino. He started blowing glass about 2.5 weeks ago. And needless to say, he's really impressed a lot of people around here. So he tried to get this one flat. It has a few flaws. But let's just be nice to the guy. He really tried hard. So who will start the bidding on this beautiful Lino platter? Do I hear an opening bid of $500? Opening bid, 500 is the opening bid. Thank you. Do I hear 1,000? 500 is the opening bid. Do I hear 1,000? 1,000 is the bid. Thank you. 1,000. He saw that it was flawless. 1,000 is the bid. Do I hear 1,100? Now we're getting there. 18 is the bid. Do I hear 2,000 is the bid? Yes, it is. 2,000 is the bid. Do I hear 3,000? 2,000 is the bid. Do I hear $3,000? And 21 is the bid. Do I hear 22? 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 22 is the bid. Thank you. Do I hear 25? 22 is the bid. Do I hear 25? Hi, Mom. 22 is the bid. Do I hear 25? 22 going once. 22 going twice. Last call. 22. Sold for $2,200. All right. Everywhere I go, I see renewed excitement, energy, and vigor, a sense of purpose and a willingness to work hard and struggle individually and as a community. This type of energy only exists when there is a belief in a bright future, and that belief is rooted firmly in our own self-knowledge, our abilities, and most importantly, our dreams. We are a community of dreamers. This organization was begun by dreamers who saw a future where few could see at all. And we are forever deeply indebted to all those who have helped to bring us here to this point in time.